Easy as 1 + 1. Easy peasy.
But in this one, science proves you are made of God. Number 3, I have found some things that don't quite match up between ancient religions and modern day science. And that is the concept of good and evil. Neil Brownell, the crazy inventor, here to prove to you that you are amazing. I'm so positive that I can prove to you that you are absolutely incredible. I put the fact that you're amazing in writing. You're amazing, and I will prove it. In the last 2 videos that I made, they were entitled Science Proves You Are Made of God, literally made of God. And I used the word God in relationship with the ancient religions because that's the word they used, God or Yahweh or Allah, but use the word that you use for your faith. In the first 2 videos, and you should go back and watch them because I'm just going to real quick recap these, I showed you that science, through string theory and through the space program, has proven that there is a universal energy that has all the characteristics of what ancient religions call God. This energy is eternal, it's omnipresent, it's all-powerful, it's all-knowing, and all things are possible. And within this energy, I showed you that one of the things that it means to you personally is that you will never die. Your spirit has always been, it always will be. You will just pass into a different dimension. And I showed you other things in number 1, so you can go back and see that. In number 2, I showed you how through string theory and through a program called the Stargate Project, scientists have proven that there's more than one dimension, which means a lot to you. And one of the things it means is that any loved ones that you have had gone before you, they have passed before you, they are still with you. Science has proven this. They've also proven that you can ask them for help. Ancient religion calls this prayer. And you should go back and watch these 2. But in this one, science proves you are made of God. Number 3, I have found some things that don't quite match up between ancient religions and modern day science. And that is the concept of good and evil. And I didn't understand this because I've always studied near-death experiences throughout virtually my entire life. I could talk about it all day. But one particular near-death experience kind of stuck in my head, and that was this person, when they died and their spirit went to the other side for a brief period of time, it was an atheist, and they described this being of light, pure goodness and energy of light, as being God. And they asked God, why did you make evil? And God said, there is no evil. I didn't make evil. Says that's a concept that humans came up with. Well, obviously, instantaneously, it's like, what are you talking about? You and I and everybody else has seen things that are just truly evil in our mind. So how can God say that there's no evil? Well, I thought about this for a very long time, and then the answer came to me one day in a very unusual way. I was talking to a college professor, a science professor, And it was a very cold day. We were both outside and we were just trying to stay warm. And we're talking and I'm like, oh my goodness, it is cold out here. And the scientist looks at me and jokingly, but at the same time, accurately said, in science, there is no such thing as cold. It's just varying degrees of heat. They start with absolute zero and then they go up from there. So basically, it looks like this. You got hot over here. See if I'll make that big enough so you can see it. Got hot over here, and it just continually goes down until you're at absolute zero. So once you're at absolute zero, when you come up, it's just varying degrees of heat. There is no cold. So I got to thinking about the person with the near-death experience and how God said there's no evil. Well, we know that science has shown us that this energy is pure goodness. So that means we have good over here, and then we go down to, I guess, absolute no goodness. And then at that point, it's just varying degrees of goodness. So there is no evil. Now, why does that matter to you? Because it sounds like semantics. I mean, it's like, who the heck cares? You know, whether you call it evil or not, you're down there. And I said, but the fact is that when ancient religions taught me about good and evil, they taught me that there is a line in the middle. And this line, as I went through life, I was straddling this line constantly. One day I'd say, hey, I did some good things today, so I'm good today. I'm good today, but other times I would look and say, no, I didn't do good today, so I'm evil today. Well, according to what string theory and scientists tell us, is that that's not true at all. With good, and then all the way down to absolutely no good, you don't have that center line. So because you don't have that center line, you are never evil. You have just done something that has lowered your vibrations. And so when you work hard and you try to do good things, then you can raise those vibrations. Essentially, in many ways, like ancient religion saying, God will forgive you. So if you did something that was very low and you lowered your vibrations way down here, and you're thinking to yourself, my goodness, I can never be forgiven for this act that I committed. But according to science and ancient religions, that's not true at all. You can work really, really hard doing good things, and you can raise your vibrations all the way up to the godly level. Now, according to what we've known in science and in history, there's only been one person that ever made it to the godly level, but that's what we're trying for. But my point is that you are never, ever evil. You are good, and you just vacillate between whether you're real good or whether you need to work on it a little bit. And that's really important to this. You are always good. Always good. In the next video, I'll show you how obviously string theory has shown us what happens with you yourself personally, your body and your mental capacity and things like this, when you do good things versus when you do bad things and you lower your vibration. Neil Brownell, the crazy inventor, proving to you that you are amazing. I'm so positive, I put it in writing. Please, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and like. That's the word that I want. Remember, you are good. You were born good. You will always be good. If anybody tells you any differently, you get rid of them and you move on to people who will lift you to the heights that you deserve. Neil Brownell, the crazy inventor. Until next time, thanks.